So I'm watching this, and you gotta watch this too. But first, let me spin it up a little bit, because I am not like everybody else. All these little fakers and pretenders and liars and manipulators. I am Alpha Daddy. I'm the Alpha King of Kings. Come at me, bitch. I'll fucking put you in your place. You may have a badge, or you may be the police, or you may be the president. You may be some authoritarian-minded individual. I don't give a fuck, dude. You're fucking garbage. Fuck you. I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to gain 'cause I don't want your bullshit. And that's how Mexico lives, by the way. And they're happy, bitch. You're miserable. You know why you're miserable? Because you're fucking fake. Because of all this bullshit they spin. But anyways, um, this is just an example, basically. I've been notified about this for a very, very, very. Ever since it first happened, I've been hearing about it. Basically, they're just ripples. Basically, like it's not so much like I'm hearing the story, but I'm hearing like this happened, oh this happened, oh this happened, right? So and again, like it's like oh this happened, and then I'm playing League and doing my thing. Oh this happened, basically. So just give me an idea. Like, and it could be the next day. You know what I'm saying? It depends. So I'm not saying it's every ripple, but it's just it can be hit next day, hit. You know what I'm saying? It can be very broken up, but yeah. So anyways, but the point is, this is the first time I've heard the full story. Basically, but they always have some spin to it. There's always something to it. This is why I listen to people with fake alphas, and they're just beta, they're gammas, basically. What was Trojan horses, basically. Not the condom, but an actual Trojan horse. They are Trojan horses sent off to, as or by somebody else to trick you into something, right? And that story. Well, I understand that person is also a Trojan horse sent by somebody. So, like, it's kind of like waves. Basically, that's what it is. It's like two waves deep. Basically, it makes sense actually. Because the first wave doesn't work, which is reverse psychology essentially. I always mention this, I always brought it up to people, but basically that doesn't work, right? Like people are smart enough to know, don't drink that when I'm gone, and they won't drink it, and then so you're like, oh, he didn't drink it. Fuck, that didn't work. And so now they used Pavlov. You know that story about the dogs and the bell, and every time I ring the bell, the dogs drool because they were conditioned to drool for the steak, right? But there's a bell that rings every time the steak shows up, so they drool. And then now I go and ring the bell, and the mouths drool, but there's no steak, right? And that conditioning that happened that made it so basically. And again, I failed in psychology because I couldn't remember the name Pavlov, but I knew that. Like, look at me, I'm a fucking master of that shit. But because I couldn't remember the name, they decided, oh, he fails. Like, good job, school, you failed, fucking idiots. That's why we don't have any fucking great leaders and why our fucking society sucks. Cause you fuckers keep fucking what's it called? It's pay to win or you die. Then society collapses at fire. Anyways, so what was I saying before all that bullshit? Sorry. Um, this is one problem with having a brain like mine is I go everywhere, and because I'm all the time everywhere and all the time, it's like I'm like not on the moon. Like there's 20 moons where I am, and I'm somewhere on the planet somewhere, and it's like where did I leave my keys? Like fuck, like where was I? I'm literally jumping from place to place, but I'm connecting dots here. And if you could throw me a line, I'd come back and okay, now I'll show you. Now that I've laid down the world and the evidence, and expanded your vision, and now you know that this is reality. And now the truth has been exposed to you. And again, this is why most people will ban me, is because like you're talking about something, and I don't understand. Banned like they're authoritarian dictators, basically. That's what they do. Destiny.gg. Like, I understand these motherfuckers are like that. I have a video posted on YouTube, basically. It is called authoritarianism is a thing. See it happen firsthand, like Jesus for your sins, but me for your manhood. Basically, and I had the title, I had to trim it because I ran out of things to work with. But yeah, basically, I'm just trying to lead you guys the right way, away from the fire, away from the hell, and go into heaven, basically. But they ban me because they don't see it, they don't get it, and that's the problem. And be it evil or not, that's the problem. So, anyways, this is the first time this story was told to me in a way that actually encompasses more the full story, the full text. I was under the impression that what they're telling me was the full text, but I didn't jump on it. I didn't care. Some people will, and that's the point in what they do and why we're in hell, basically, because they don't tell you the full story. They just want to tell you a story and hope you don't know. And this is what's going on in the Republican Party and why Christianity fell, why Army fell. So they use you and they fucking trick you and exploit you and manipulate you basically. And because it doesn't work on me, they try to get rid of me, and that's what makes me alpha and alpha king, because I don't fucking play your games, bitch, unless your game is legit. And she played ball. Like this one girl is like, oh, Ben's easy to manipulate. All you need to do basically is tell him please and thank you. It's like, yeah, all you need to do to be my good wife is, raise my kids proper, feed me, give me pussy every now and then, and make sure the pussy's good, by the way. If you do those basic things, yes, you can be my wife. But that's literally, and then do the dishes while I'm at work, of course. You can be my wife at that point. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, that's like I do, haha. It's like, why are you like, haha? Like, that's literally what it takes. Like, what you're dumb. Anyways, now, I wanted to show you guys the story and talk about it a bit.
We're going to focus on the US, where things have been chaotic. Trump issued another travel ban and on Thursday got into a war of words with Elon Musk, which quickly spiraled out of control.
The president posting, Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave, and he just went crazy. Musk writing, such an obvious lie, so sad. Mr. Trump going after the SpaceX CEO.
Oh, and I'm reminded of it again, basically. But the reason why people are interested in this is because it's like a TV show. It's drama, and people are captivated by drama. They're eating it up, and so they're watching it and paying attention to it because it's drama, and they're eating it up. So now Americans are tuned in because it's just like watching a TV show. The very thing that you use to try to keep them busy and not paying attention to all that evil shit you're doing, now they're paying attention to it. You understand? That's a Pavlov thing. We ring the bell and make them drool. We ring the bell to make them drool. Well, now they're fucking, what's it called? Now they're paying attention and they're aware that, oh, if you come over here, you get a steak. And now they're just getting a steak over and over and over again. It's like, oh, fuck it. Like,
bottom line. The easiest way to save money in our budget is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. Musk then writing, time to drop the really big bomb, saying the president, quote, is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public.
So real quick, I want you to know, Elon knew that the whole time. But only now that you're crossing the line, Trump, or government, or whoever, or whatever, now I'll finally say he was playing ball up to a point that he's a sellout, just like all the other fucking sellouts. It's not my problem. It's not my hood. I love Trump. I love Trump. He takes half the land. I hate Trump. I hate Trump. Like, this happened in his first term. There was people just like Elon here, basically. And he's playing the same fucking game. We're supposed to learn history so we don't repeat it. Why are we repeating it fucking 4 years later, you fucking assholes? God damn.
Have a nice day, DJT.
Okay, setting aside that...
I didn't know all that. I assumed it was way shorter. I assumed it was like a quick exchange. Like Trump was like, Elon's fat. And Elon responded with something like that. That's what they're kind of trying to make it seem like. That is kind of how they were trying to make it seem like. Like Elon was the one who fucked up. and they're trying to make you think a certain way, so people will jump the gun and act a certain way, and that's what they wanted. That's what happened with what's on January 6th. That's what happened with 9/11. That's what happened with COVID. That's what happened with Jeffrey Epstein. It's everywhere, and everything is part of the fucking game. That's what they want. But they're starting to get fucked over now by their own bullshit that they're spreading. They're starting to find themselves having to walk through it and backtrack through it. Basically, that's what's going on. And we're seeing it firsthand, basically. And now they're finally talking about it. I was talking about this shit days ago. But again, like Bernie Blackout, I'm getting shut down and shut out. Or like Bernie, he can fill an arena, but he can't fill a chat room. I wonder why. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on.
Trump being in the...
And everyone's saying like, oh, well, Bernie, blah, blah, Bernie, blah. No, Bernie was doing really fucking good. He was filling arenas to the point where people were staying outside, and they were watching it on TV outside the arena, basically. Like, they were packed, dude. And, like, Trump couldn't fill small arenas. Bernie was filling the biggest arenas they could. If they wanted to, they could have filled an arena and just put a big giant TV screen for people to watch and just be in the same room together and watch a TV of Bernie Sanders giving a speech only because you can't fit in the real thing. They could have done that back then, basically, because that was how many people were tuning in and watching Bernie Sanders, because it was real. Grassroots were real. But again, they're cutting the lines. Like when you try to reach out and watch a Destiny video or speak to Destiny, or you try to connect or watch me or hear me, you try to follow them, like, and you have no notification. My presence doesn't exist because they don't want me to. It's called shadow banned, basically. Then they're trying to say, oh, well, you said nigger, or you said ass, or you don't like women, or they're trying to, that's what they did to Bernie. They try to say, oh, he's a deviant, he's a sexual predator, and everyone's like, Bernie, you're fucking stupid. And they got more engaged, and that's when what's called the Fox News tried to spread that bullshit, and everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And they jumped in more, and they're like, whoa. Fox News was like, whoa. And so the Bernie blackout happened, and they said, we're not going to talk about him at all. And it worked. And I'm sure the same thing would happen with Trump. If he were to be evil and be corrupt, if people shut up about it, they'd be fine. But any news is news, basically. We know about him because even if it's bad and we're not paying attention, oh, Trump's on. Or what he did today. Trump was, oh man, he did all this stuff, but then he did, oh, fuck, I don't hear, but whatever. Ha ha ha. Trump is amazing. That's what happened, you fucking idiots. It sucks. Again, history. Learn it. I pay attention in school. You clearly didn't. That's why I should be alpha. And other people who pay attention should be alpha. Because your fucking baby dicks are, and you're small, and you're insecure, and all your insecurities are captivated and taking you over. You won't let me be me. And that's why America fucking sucks.
Epstein files is not a bombshell. It is a commonly held assumption. They basically spent a full day fighting with...
It is a bombshell because a lot of people are being not told or uninformed of, even if it's facts for the blue, it wasn't for the red. Now it's actually a big bombshell because over there no one heard about it. But now everyone's like, well, Elon said that. And that's what they're trying to make Elon sound bad. That's why you have people like, oh man, I gotta go to my list again. Paul Ryan, Steve Bannon, Jeff Sessions, Lindsey Graham, Jim Jordan, Pete Hegseth, RK Jr., Matt Gaetz, Lauren Barber, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Fox News, Marco Rubio, Janine Pirro, Jubilee and owners, Netflix and owners, Ben Shapiro and friends, Paramount Global, which is known as PMN, which is Paramount Global, PMN, Paramount Media, owns CBS. I'll get rid of the word owns. I'll just say that's also tied to CBS, which is Columbia Broadcasting System, which probably will change because just like in China, they changed the names to avoid fire, and it works. But Apple TV, Owen Wilson, Snoop Dogg, and anyone related to them, as in they work together, not actually related, by the way, because people were like, oh, you said like related to them and not really related, so fuck you. And it's like, bro, seriously? Like, you're making America stupid, shut up. And I said, fuck that shit, I'm gonna get rid of it. don't make fun of my how I talk, man. And people like to make fun of you, so that's why I put that. But it's a stretch. But anyways, yeah, those people basically again Trojan horse led by a Trojan, the person who sent it, and the problem is somebody sent him, and chances are it was from somebody in another Trojan horse, basically who also was sent by somebody, just like how Paramount Global, Paramount Media, Columbia Broadcasting System, and now it's CBS, so the CBS alternative or some variation of CBS, and how it's just spreads, and like they pull back. Like imagine a tree with like 55 million branches, and all they're doing is like they're pushing, and then what works keeps pushing, and what doesn't work they pull back, and then that power goes behind the one that works, and that's what they do until they win. That's what's going on in America. Now wake the fuck up, people. Yeah, there's that basically that might be. Yeah.
Big Real Housewife energy. In fact, at one point, Andy Cohen even posted, "Let me host the reunion."
Because it is a show.
Which makes complete sense to me, because at their core, these two men are real housewives. Both of them have hair that's expensive and wrong. Both have sketchy business ventures I don't fully understand. They both spend far too much time online, and if either of them isn't the centre of attention for a single second, they will die. Honestly, the only thing that's missing is a messy in-person confrontation where Andy Cohen gets one of them to read a tweet and the other throws a daiquiri in his face. Why can't we have this?
True.
We're gonna
Problem is, Max, I think it's HBO, and again, paywall. Why? Like, let's drop paywalls, ladies and gentlemen. You understand, it's your paywall that's magnified, and basically that's what's going on, is because some people pay for it, some people don't. So you have the truth. The truth is behind a paywall. Not everyone can afford it, so not everyone's getting the truth. Therefore, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse until we have what we have. Drop the paywall and just ask for, like, hey, can you please donate money? I don't want to just, subscribe to you and give YouTube half my money or give DoorDash my money. Give me the money. Like, I remember I was doing DoorDash and some dude was like, here's $20 cash. And he said, because a tip should be between you and me. Not because DoorDash, which would have used that money as whatever, and I wouldn't have got it, basically. They would have been, ooh, $20, cool. And they would have taken that and put that towards payment of the food or something. Basically, they would have raised the price of the food to make it look like it costs more. Like, because they're screwing people, right? And there's people everywhere desperate for money that are willing to do it. That's what's going on. And there's people like me who are only suffering and going through this bullshit because of my situation that put me face first with some of this, basic bullshit. To see the bullshit that's happening firsthand, because most of the people are too busy in their yachts and their sports club or flying around and fucking young girls and shit to even care about drama. And me, I had no choice but to deal with it, even though I should run up to fucking these young girls with you. I ain't. Right? I ain't. And again, it's just a metaphor. Right? And there are some people that ruin it for the bigger good or whatever, and they do fuck little girls. But you understand the point. But anyways, that's it. I think that was the first time I watched all of it. I seen most of it, and I was like, "Whoa! I didn't realize that there's more." And the rest I've seen for the first time. But there you go. Be well, be happy, be safe. I'm out of here. I am Ninja Onanin, your humble alpha of alpha, the most gentleman king of kings. I should be in charge of the world. I should be leading everything because I am the shit. If you want authoritarianism, do it with me as your authority because I'm the man. Anyways, I'm out here. Be well, be safe, be awesome, be safe. And if you guys don't hear from me, they probably hit me like they hit Jeff Epstein. So, till next time, peace.